I want to break free. Oh, this is BreakThru. BreakThru, developed by Data East, started out in arcades in 1986 and was ported to the NES in late '87. This is not to be confused with the other BreakThru, with an exclamation point, that was on the PC and later ported to the Super Nintendo and Game Boy. That is just a tile-matching puzzle game and not today's game where you pilot an armored car that can launch itself 30 feet forward and fire infinite cannons at enemies. So let's see what's up with that one. BreakThru is basically a horizontal shoot-'em-up. The screen auto-scrolls, your vehicle is always moving, and you'll need to avoid hitting objects and projectiles on screen in order to make it to the end. What's at the end? A PK-430 quote-unquote secret fighter jet that was stolen from your country. Not the best-kept secret, apparently. You'll hop, bop, scoot, and shoot through 5 different stages en route to this prized plane. You'll fight through mountainous canyons with falling boulders set on smashing you. You'll hop along the longest bridge over water on Earth, and it has evidently seen better days. Next, you'll bounce through a desert or something. After that, you're zipping down city streets where enemy soldiers just freely stand around, waiting to be squished. And finally, the airport, where you'll bomb down what is most likely the world's longest airport runway to get to the stolen plane. Your little armored car is equipped with only a missile launcher, but you can upgrade that a few different ways. Some enemies you kill initiate the drop of a power barrel that slowly plummets down the screen under a parachute. These are super helpful if you can reach them in time. Some of the power-ups are timed. There's a 15-second and a 30-second upgrade that allows you to shoot your missiles in 3 different directions, as opposed to the usual straight ahead. You can also pick up a 3-way shooting upgrade that lasts until you die, and another drop that is an extra vehicle or life. You're going to want to get used to jumping, though. Jumping is the equivalent of a barrel roll in the game 1942, in that it's a good way to dodge trouble, but here, it's limitless. So jump, jump, jump! Once you get used to the timing and length of the jump, it's going to be your best friend in this one. It's easy in these games to fall into the trap of trying to kill everything on screen, but remember, your goal isn't to wipe out the enemy entirely. Your goal is to get to your super secret plane that is no longer a secret. If you kill all the enemies now, what's the point of getting the plane? So feel free to only go out of your way to attack what's safe to attack. Otherwise, you're liable to put yourself in the path of a rogue, hard-to-see stray bullet. That's the biggest gripe here, I guess. For a game decent at doing what it sets out to do, the cloud of white bullets levied at you sometimes get lost in the background or amidst the hell of your own barrage of white bullets. It's easy to lose sight of one coming your way and take it on the chin, costing you a life. The enemy variety here is pretty decent. There are infantrymen scattered all over the place, and various vehicles like tanks and jeeps, enemy armored vehicles like yours, a firemobile, more tanks, bigger tanks, helicopters, you name it. Tanks? You only get 3 vehicles or lives to make it through to the end, but thankfully Data East gave us infinite quarters, so continues are infinite. There's also a checkpointing system in place, and even though each stage is pretty short, a couple of minutes tops, it's nice not to have to repeat some of the hairier sections you just barely survived. In all, the game is super short. A solid run could take 10 minutes tops, but this is one of those games where you'll have to spend some time learning the stages, enemy behaviors, and where on screen is safest to be at any given point in order to survive it. The sound design is great, lots of different explosions and weapon sounds and sound effects, but unfortunately the entire cartridge has probably 3 total minutes of music, and none of that is particularly grand, but it's there. If you're looking for a quick, fun, arcade experience that holds up decently well and isn't too fussy, then I think BreakThru is good enough to scratch that itch for you. If you need more BreakThru, you could try that original arcade version. It obviously looks and sounds better, but the NES port did a great job. You won't notice too many differences aside from the arcade version having way more enemies. It's the same 5 levels with almost the same layout, and the game keeps the same pace on the NES too. BreakThru was ported to a bunch of different consoles at the time, including the usual suspects like the Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, and ZX Spectrum if you're interested. Well, that's it for BreakThru on the NES. Keep your secret fighter jet secret, and thanks for watching.